Balling like a bitch with all these bricks. Stick Talk is a song that's playing for you, Aries. So with that being said, you may be talking with your passion right now. Alright, you got a lot of passion for something and your fire burning hot for something. So you just letting your action talk now. You letting your passion speak for you. Look, you working. Or somebody working on you. You working on what? Your foundation, your stability in some way, shape, or form. You're not doing that no more. I'm not taking a leap of faith there no more because you now know the truth. And now that you know the truth, you're expressing the truth. Look, you're elevating. You're rising from one cycle to a new cycle. You're going from one space to a new space, a higher space. Third dimensionally, you're going to have broader ideas. You're going to have a wider span of thoughts you can pull from. You're going to interact with different spirits that bring you different ideas, that put you in different spaces, and those spaces put you on different mental tracks and manifest different type of situations in your life. You're out of a low cycle and you're in a different higher cycle now. Ever since you removed or separated from that. Ever since you stopped doing that. Ever since I stopped going there. Mentally, I stopped going to that house. I stopped thinking like that. I stopped going to that person's mental space. Their mental home was full of bullshit. It was full of a truth that was for them, but not a truth for me. So now I'm spending more time in my house, my mind, my brain, because I know the things I put in here are of alignment with my truth. You feel me? You're rising. Yeah, look, from an unbalanced situation, no matter what you did, something wasn't going to work. Something was holding you back up until you realized what was holding you back. Now you're rising out of the space. You're talking with your passion now. You're talking, it's like you're addressing what you know you're passionate about. And that's the only thing you're investing yourself in. And other than that, if we ain't talking about my passion, if it ain't the conversation about what I'm passionate about, then we ain't conversating. Whether you talking to people outside of you, you talking to your friends, you talking to your family, you talking to your associates, you elevating out of a situation nonetheless. It's about that time, said Aries. It's about that time I stopped trying to bring balance to something that I know no matter what I do, I can't feel in this relationship no more. This relationship is unbalanced. I already tapped out of it spiritually. It was just a matter of time before I left it third dimensionally. You feel me? It's just a matter of time before I elevated out of this situation. And that's what you're doing. You're leaving an unbalanced situation. Look, it was unbalanced third dimensionally and spiritually. Your spirit couldn't make it work, so your body ain't make it work no more. You stop trying to juggle this. You stop trying to manage this. You let this shit go. If it's you versus someone outside of you, you couldn't bring emotional balance to a situation where it's like you can't help someone who don't want to help themselves. So if someone was outside of you was unbalanced. So you decided to elevate out of the space regardless, with or without them. You're going for your justice. You know your truth. And you know your truth ain't here. It's time to grow. It's time to expand. Have mercy. Look, now this person who's unbalanced, since Aries is leaving, now they want you to have mercy. Aries, wait. Don't give up on me yet, Aries, but you already stopped working on it. You already clocked out. Not only you clocked out, you quit. You said, I'm going to a bigger and better position. I'm going to a bigger and better space. I'm going to a bigger and better mindset. I'm getting better friends, better associates, better partners, better relationships. I want a relationship that's going to water me and water them. You feel me? Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You want balance now, and where you was at was toxic. As I say that, the devil came out. The devil's asking you to have mercy, but how the devil gonna ask you to have mercy? Whoever was toxic in your life don't want you to leave, because you leaving is taking the balance with it. You were the balance, but now that you're out, the person you're leaving behind, or the space you've left behind, is unbalanced without Aries. But Aries is already defensive. Aries already done walked out the door. Yeah, look, Aries is already open to new feelings. Aries is already nurturing these new perspectives, these new ideals. And you said, it's on purpose, I'm doing it. I'm growing, I'm elevating, because you've been out of your spirit been out of a situation. Again, it was just a matter of time before your body lined up with what your spirit wanted. If it's you versus someone outside of you, and again, you could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. You don't gotta be. But look, you're not working on something no more. If it's you versus you, you may have had a toxic It's like you had a toxic connection with something. Something you didn't want to let go of, no matter if it worked or not, up until you realized what you were trying to hold on was only hurting you. Something was making you unbalanced. If it's you versus you, something was making you unbalanced. Something was keeping you unstable in some way, shape, or form, and spiritually and third dimensionally. So you ain't had no choice but to let it go. It's like you were gripping onto a cactus. You didn't want to let the cactus go, but at the same time, you were getting pricked at the same time. So it's like you ain't had no choice but to let it go. Because it was fucking with your stability, your life, how you managed and handled things. Wasn't being honest. If it's you versus you, you weren't being honest with yourself. But now you are. You realize, all right, maybe I have some toxic habits. Maybe I have some toxic traits that I need to rise from, that I need to elevate from, because they don't bring me balance at all, internally or externally. When I invest in these people, they don't make me feel good. Let me stop doing that. When I invest in this person, all they do is take my money. They put me in an unbalanced state, mentally and third dimensionally. Let me stop working on it. Because I got a toxic tie to this friendship, to this relationship, to this partnership. Whatever it is, put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You know what you got going on. You know what you got going on. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, shit, death in reverse. Honestly, again, whether you wanted to or not, the situation was going to end regardless. Whether it was going to end the easy way or the hard way. And by the way, it looked like it ended the hard way. Walked in the building. Walked in. Whole lot of problems walked in. Whole lot of bullshit walked. Hey, look, something ended. And it ain't coming back. Death in reverse ain't coming back. The way this ended, the way this friendship ended, the way this partnership ended. Look, I'm telling you, you left the cycle. You're not going backward. You're not going back in this cycle with this person. I'm not going back through, because every time we do this, it's the same shit. I ain't going back, said Aries. And you said that this is it, and that's it. And that's a period. We ain't doing this again. And somebody fucked up because of that. And again, it was a toxic person. You up and just elevated out of a space. Now the devil like, what the fuck you mean you just elevated out of space? What do you mean? What do you unbalanced? Somebody's unbalanced without Aries, but Aries' spirit was unbalanced when they were with this person or with this connection, this mental connection. Look, I'm telling you, something was not a happy home. It wasn't a happy home, wasn't a happy family. And the way it ended, death in reverse, it ain't coming back to life. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You ain't working on something no more, Aries. You grew. You expanding now. And it's almost like you were forced to. You ain't had no other option. I'm gonna fuck with you.